What's going on, boxing fans? It's your boy Full Counter Boxing and my co-host Steve O. What's happening, Steve? What's going on with your brother?
Oh, nothing much. What's going on, man?
Hey man, just chilling, man. It's been a hard week for boxing, bro. It's
Man, what? Just
it's Earl
this.
Spence out with the scratch retina. You know what I'm saying? What do you
Uh,
think about that, man? What do you think about it?
man, I'm happy they caught it, man, in time. No matter what, all the noise is around the campfire, so to say, saying that it's this and it's that. I'm happy they caught it in time, because you need your vision. So I'm happy you didn't go in there with Manny not 100%, because if you got a detached retina, you far from 100%. Sugar
Ain't
Ray
lying.
showed us that.
Yeah. But just like
Mm,
Sugar Ray, Sugar Ray beat Tommy Hearn's ass, even though his eye was messed up. You know what I'm saying? I would hate for
oh
Errol
yeah,
Spence Jr. to get in there and get his ass towed up, and everybody be like, "Yeah, Pacquiao did his thing," but not knowing the man, I was towed back. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
they wouldn't have cared, man. There's a lot of
Oh,
folks just want to see man down lose, and that's that bullshit. That's a hater. That's not you're not a fan either way. I want you to win. I want you to win 100%. I don't want you to win at 60, because I know you were. I know you was at 60.
right.
So
Well,
that's like
they
that's like winning that race and you on steroids. You ain't gonna appreciate that like you would if you
right.
did it the right way.
Well, they've been saying like all they've been all up on Earl Spence social media saying he faking his eye injury and the toxic, I call them toxic fans or Fox News fans, who
Yeah,
want to put out
man.
that fake shit out there saying
Yeah,
my man scared of Pacquiao. He seen him training and he was like, hell no. And,
man.
so you got all kind of stuff that's
You
popping up
know,
out there on the narrative
it's
side.
payback for that Tyson Fury shit. Even though he got a real injury, and everybody know Tyson Fury was all cap. So
But it just show
it's
you,
just blowback for that. But it's a shame that boxing has got to that point where it's like a political arena, man. I want to see the best fight. I mean, I want to see the best fight. I want to see everybody come out the ring healthy. Man, these folks wouldn't care if you left out there. If you didn't leave out the ring, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care. They'll just move on to the next buzzword or shit like that. They not real boxing fans. They not fans of the sport. They're
well,
race fans.
good and well. If Errol Spence Jr. was out there with it, buying cars and he was out there going to bars and he was seen, having a good time, what I'm saying, with an eye
Yeah.
patch on, what I'm saying? They would have been like, it would kind of been like a little similar thing, what I'm saying? But, Tyson Fury, he don't
Yeah.
give a damn. He knows people going to ride with him regardless, you know what I'm saying?
Man. That's a
So,
beautiful thing. That's why we gonna ride with EJ regardless. You know what I'm saying? Just like Tyson Fury know his people gonna ride for him. We want EJ to know we gonna ride for him the same way. And Bud and all the other ones, you know what I'm saying? Cause we gotta do for our people what they do for theirs. Cause I
what's
mean, we
going on?
got great champions, man.
We got Macadacious Mac of the South. What's happening, King?
What's
What's
going
going on?
on?
Salute to you, my brother. Yes,
Yeah, we're
sir.
just talking about this Errol Spence Manny Pacquiao cancellation. So, what do you think Ugas should do with this chance he got? He got a once in a lifetime chance to fight Manny Pacquiao and probably get the bag of his life.
Well, I believe that's how Ugas is looking at it, man. Ugas he's like a feather in the wind, man. When they was talking about giving Manny Pacquiao the WBA back, he didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
And
No, he didn't.
he didn't give a damn. He was like, whatever, just pay me. So they gave him a fight on the card. So he's just kind of happy to do, to be a soldier. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's gonna go in there, do his best. He's gonna get his ass whooped by Manny Pacquiao. And
You think so?
Yeah, because did you see his last fight? Oh, let me see what hold on, let me see what Mac of the South says. He says so much hate on Spence is ridiculous right now. Then Crawford to say he's gonna knock out his other eye. He said that. I hope
Oh
Spence
man,
beat the
no,
hell out of Crawford.
see,
I
see, man,
already
we
told you.
can't. They gonna
I
fight
already
each other
told you. What's
regardless.
good? What's
I
good,
don't,
L
I
Dub
don't.
boxing? What's happening? L Dub boxing in the building. You know. Yeah, man. I mean, he always saying something. I done told you, Steve, your boy, he be
Nah,
saying
nah,
some
nah, nah,
lame
nah.
stuff.
Where he
I know
said
it.
that at? I
Oh,
can't
if
just say
Macadacious
just
Mac
because
of
he
the
said
South
it.
said he
Man,
said it, he said it.
what he said,
He said
Macadacious?
what he
What he
said. That
said,
dude,
Macadacious?
hey, these ain't
Hey
nothing
man,
but
what they said,
hardcore. These
what
ain't
they
nothing but
said
the
in Players Club, you
hardcore.
can't believe nobody
What's up,
information but
L
your
Dub?
own.
What's good? Salute to you, brother. Let's see. He said Bud didn't
That's
say
messed up, man. The man that say that shit, man. See what I mean, man? You about to jump on the train, man.
I damn sure was, cause he been hating the whole time. I mean, what he said? What he said? He said things happen for a reason. Now he said that, didn't he?
That was a good one, Macalo. That was a good one, man.
Boxing, the expert. Yeah, that. Hey, L Dub, you ever been to L Dub? Steve,
Nah,
L
man.
Dub, L Dub
Nope.
boxing. Man, that dude he be
I'll
knowing
check
about
out L
fights.
Dub.
Man, he be knowing some stuff, bro. I'm talking about like you go to one of the streams like taking a boxing lesson, man, because he be on all of it, the statistics. You know what I'm saying? He be on it, bro. I be watching him. I be like, dang. He be going through all the rankings and all that stuff. He be like, wow. Way.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
I may go to the first 10 or 15, but my L Dub be all up in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow. He said, go on his Twitter. hmm Crawford said this.
Real dude.
He said Crawford said this on his Twitter. Mhm.
Man, nah, I ain't saw that.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Y'all don't
Hey
care any
man,
goddamn
it
way.
ain't that ain't came across my
Hey, yeah, I'm trying to tell you, boy, straight haters. I'm trying to
Hey
tell you,
man,
boy.
nah, man.
But yeah,
Man,
but
that man was
Ugas,
hacked, man. Y'all know that man got hacked.
I was so depressed about the fight being off because when you watch a couple of those Fox, access shows and the build up and you start getting into it, then all of a sudden at the
Yeah.
12th hour, just like the Deontay Wilder versus Fury, here we go, get a couple of weeks away from the fight, and boom, it's off. I'm like, wow, bro.
You know what's been happening with me, man, and it's a sad thing, but I don't get excited for the fights anymore. Like
Yeah,
especially with all the cancellations, man. Like for this fight, normally I'd be like, okay, when is it? I hadn't even really checked to I knew it was coming up soon, but at this
yeah,
point, it's like, okay, I got to get the fight week before I really can get in fight mode and think it's
right,
gonna happen, man, because everything been getting canceled. It's really like a
yeah.
bummer, man. We need somebody, man. This Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder fight got to happen. Boxing needs this right now. I
Well,
mean, like for real. I know. Oh, go ahead, my brother.
no, I was gonna say, the David Benavidez fight is off because of COVID too now. So,
Oh
you know,
man, like
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So I don't know what's going on. It's like, the COVID and became the major excuse for everybody to duck out of these fights. And
mm-hmm.
we're lucky to be getting a few fights. We're getting this weekend. I didn't even want to look at that. Yeah, I didn't even want to look at that Ugas versus Pacquiao, bro. I was still mourning.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
man, I
Over
got
the
that shit.
you
We
know your
might get
boy.
us a Cuban Rocky. We gotta watch that shit, man. We might get us a Cuban Rocky. We gotta
Man,
watch it,
Ugas.
man. I mean, Ugas whooped Porter's ass, so he deserved to get a damn chance.
Yeah, but did he win? You think
Hey,
and Porter ain't nobody. He ain't nobody popular. So if he can't get a
man,
nod against Porter,
shit.
damn sure ain't gonna get
Hell,
a nod against
EJ
Pacquiao.
wouldn't say that.
He
EJ
can
wouldn't
knock
say
Manny
that.
Pacquiao. Ugas can knock
I know
Manny
Errol won't
Pacquiao
say
down.
that.
Ugas can knock Manny Pacquiao down 4 times. He won't get the nod.
Damn.
It'll be just like
That's some
that
home
damn
cooking right there.
Hey, it'll be just like that damn WBA bout with Michael Fox and stuff. He can he could watch Manny Pacquiao for 12 rounds and still lose
They can stop the
and not
fight and man in the belt. God damn.
they'll take a
I
chair
stopped
and
them,
hit
man.
they'll take a chair from the first row and hit Ugas in the back of the head to give Manny Pacquiao that match.
And they gonna do that old four horseman on
I'm
his ass.
convinced. I am convinced that boxing
At this
is.
point, you're probably right. I'm sure of
I'm
it.
trying to
They say,
tell you
man, we
that
giving them 40 mil, man.
for real. You know what I'm saying? You think
but
they're gonna
see,
let Ugas win that fight, man?
but
Shit.
see, now this is why you see that Canelo had that clause in his contract. If something happens to you, I get to replace you because I want to get my 40 mil. So now
Right.
we see why these negotiations fall apart like they do. Because if Manny, if Errol didn't agree to that, Manny would be sitting there like, yo, man, I'm missing out on 40 mil.
Yeah.
I mean, see, that's why we can't be so quick to judge these guys when the fight doesn't come to fruition. It's a lot of stuff got to match up, man. It's a lot of stuff got to match up. I want to see Ugas come out there and have one of those fights, man, and make yourself famous, man. Go out there and give him a Tony Harrison fight.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Go snap. You know,
Well, I mean,
I would
he
love to
hit the
see it.
lottery. He hit this time. He
He
hit the
did.
lottery. Cause your boy
Put your money on Ugas.
Fabian Madonna, he fell out too, right? You know, with some kind of injury, eye injury or something. And
Yeah.
so that's Marcos Madonna brother. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't, you know what I'm saying, which is kind of weird.
Chino.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? 'Cause I'd never seen his brother fight. I never seen Fabian Madonna fight before, and
No.
I'm not really familiar with him. But how did he get into the mix of things? You know, with all these good fighters that's waiting for a
Mm-hmm.
good bout. You know, so they essentially to me they paying people to lose. You know what I'm saying? They
Oh
paying.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not supposed to do
Oh
well
yeah.
because they already got pretty much who they want to match up. So, they're putting them in there with these unknown, but see, Fabian, he ended up being a Michael Fox, you know what I'm saying, going there and he would end up putting it on you, Ugas, that would have upset the apple cart, you know.
Yeah.
But now they got him against Manny Pacquiao. I don't know how that fight's gonna do, but everybody's still
Man.
trying to get over the switch up and everything,
I know they can't, man. I know Manny can't be getting 40 mil. They had to call
Shit,
him to the office, hey man.
Manny Pacquiao don't play, man. You know about his money, bro. He be fighting somebody look like Manny Pacquiao up in
Manny.
there. You be fighting Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They be like that look like
Oh
is that
shit.
Pacquiao, man? Does that look like Pacquiao? But
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
that
That's
ain't
a
that nigga.
kickboxer.
That nigga look like just like they did them Bruce Lee movies. You know when Bruce Lee
Hey,
died, they kept
yeah. Put
trying to
in Bruce
they
Lie
kept
on
put
that
this
motherfucker.
Bruce Lie on them. You
Bruce
know what
Lie
I'm
coming
saying?
at me.
Exactly. Exactly. You get
He's close enough.
Chucky Chan up in there and shit, looking like just
Oh
like Manny,
man.
all ripped up
Man,
and
yeah,
shit in the
yeah.
old. So Chucky Chan still in shape. Get Chucky Chan up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Man.
They don't know the difference. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, man. They said that. Fuck that. Pay me.
you
So
know what I
let me see
mean?
here. We got Trout fighting on the 13th versus Davila. Uh, what you think about Trout, man? Did you know he was still fighting?
No, I'm not. I thought Trout was fading back then, man. His skills
Yeah,
just kind of eroded. You know what I'm saying? He's not like in the conversation of the top tiers. If you want to come back, you need to fight Laura or somebody. Take it easy, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because
And they
he's just
fighting in
not.
Dubai.
Yeah.
Shit, he over there getting that good food
Oh
in that
yeah.
good shop.
Trout doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he seems like a smart brother, and he's
Oh
saving his
yeah,
money. You know what I'm saying? I know, but I never seen him as when he fought Charlo, he did pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of like a mid-range fighter. He's definitely one of the a top
yeah,
fighter, but he's more like a gatekeeper for 154. But nah, he's kind of faded.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, well, we got Vergil Ortiz, we got Mean Machine. I
Yeah,
think
versus
that's gonna be a good matchup right there, bro.
yeah, versus Kavaliauskas. What you think about Kavaliauskas, man?
Well, I mean, he's one of those gatekeeper fighters. I think he's like the next level. You know what I'm saying? Beyond
Mm-hmm.
Lipinets, he's a little bit better than Lipinets. He's not as good as Riverside Rocky. Um, I
Mm.
think Riverside Rocky is like the third level of gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's almost like it's levels. You know what I mean? It's
Oh yeah,
levels,
it's definitely levels,
right? You know
man.
what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that, he's just going to give him a run for his money. But I think that Vergil Ortiz got too much firepower for him.
Yeah.
Can he catch Ortiz? Doing too much offense, trying to overwhelm him
Yeah.
with power. Yeah, Vergil
Staying in the
Ortiz
well a
boxing
little too long.
ability. His he don't rely on his boxing ability. He relies too much on his power, too much on his offense. And
Hmm.
I saw in the Hooker fight where he can be touched. You know what I'm saying? He can
Oh
get
yeah.
hit because he opens up way too much. But it's the level of skill of fighter he's fighting. You see what I'm saying? And Hooker
Yeah,
was
he's
hitting
allowed
him
to do that.
right. Well, Hooker don't have any power, so even though he was getting touched up by Hooker, he wasn't in as much danger because Hooker don't really have that much power. You know what I'm saying? And he
Yeah.
wore him down and beat Hooker up. You know what I'm saying? But can he do that to Kavaliauskas? I don't think the fight's gonna go like that. I think he's gonna try to wear him down, but he's gonna realize once he get hit a couple of good shots that he can't just run up in there. He's gonna have to think a little bit on this one. 'Cause Kavaliauskas is a little bit smarter fighter. He's more creative. If he could hang in there with Crawford for a little while and make him think and figure him out, then he's gonna give Vergil Ortiz a good test. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna give him a good test. What do you think?
Yeah. I agree with what you said. That depends on how Ortiz comes out. And now I think that would decide if Kavaliauskas, because he's the older guy. He gotta pace himself. He know the guy gonna come out there wild and just trying to get him up out of there and make a quick night of it. What he gotta do is get in there and stay up on him and don't allow him to do what he want to do. Like you said, he had to make him think. If he can make Crawford think, then I definitely think he wouldn't have a problem giving Vergil Ortiz a few problems of his own. Coming up with a
Yeah,
few wrinkles in his game, doing some different things that he didn't see in the tape. And that's what smart fighters do. You go in there and you get them confused, and maybe you can rattle his cage a little bit. And who knows what can happen after that? Um, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good one. 8 o'clock, August 14th on DAZN, the Zone.
well,
I don't know.
Vergil Ortiz, 17 wins, no losses, and 17 KOs. He's
Mm-hmm.
5'10". He's got a 70-inch reach. He's age
Yes, sir.
23. He's only 23 years old, and
23. Yeah.
he's from Dallas. He's from Grand Prairie, Dallas. I know exactly where that is, living in
Okay.
Dallas myself. And of course, he's already fought a couple of gatekeepers. He fought Samuel Vargas in 2020, and he fought Maurice Hooker. It was his last known fight, and of course, he got KOs
He's
in
on
both of those. So he has
he's
one,
on
two,
Golden Boy
three,
too,
four,
right?
five. Oh yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if he wear pantyhose or anything like that, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? One, two, three, four, five. So he got five. His last
Oh,
five fights, he's had knockouts. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
So
that's good, man.
so
Shit, kind of like Bud.
but it's the
All right. So who we got next?
same level opponents, though. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, they all
And,
sleep though. We got Riggin now versus. They all went to sleep though.
hold
They
on.
has a
Let
bedtime
me do
story.
Aegis. Let me do Aegis Kavaliauskas. Aegis
Oh yeah. What?
Kavaliauskas.
What?
He's got 22 wins, one loss, and 18 KOs. Of course, he was knocked out by Terence Crawford. That's the one where he got knocked out. And he's 5'9". He's got a 71-inch reach, and he's age 33. and of course his last two fight was Mikhail Zilski and Terence Crawford. So he won the one with Michael Zuski. You know what I'm saying? I never heard of him, but and of course we know it was Terence Crawford, and of course he got the draw with Ray Robinson, who everybody thought should have fought Terence Crawford, should have got the
Yeah.
nod, and
Instead.
just to fully cover that. So we already know what time it is with Aegis. You know what I'm saying? So what's the next fight you want to talk about?
Oh, we got
Gillen?
Reagan Dow versus Casmiro.
Oh yeah, I did a video on that one. Yeah, Reagan Dow, he's 40 years old now, and of course they tried to banish him, freeze him out.
Yeah.
When Frank with Leo Santa Cruz and Carl Frampton, all them guys came through the lighter weights. They didn't want to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Warrington, none of them wanted to fight him. They stayed away from Rigondeaux because you know his skills, because he beat
I
Nito
mean,
Donaire. Go ahead. What you
it's
say?
so funny though, man. Because okay, everybody always act like the older fighters are just food, but the most dodge fighters are the older fighters. Like Reagan
Well,
Dow is like Ortiz.
mm-hmm.
They don't even want to go his way. They like, nah, nah.
Well, it's the skills. They know they see the skills. Rigondeaux, he's 20 wins, one loss. Of course, we know that loss was to Vasquez Lomachenko, and he got 13
Lomachenko.
KOs. He's
Mm-hmm.
5'7" with a 67.5-inch reach. He's from Santiago de Cuba. I ain't gonna even try that like I got an accent, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight American. And
Nah, don't do that, man.
I ain't even gonna try. So so he got 20 wins, one loss, and 13 KOs.
13.
So
Oh yeah.
he is age 40. So, I never watched that
Uh-huh.
little Boris.
Casmiro.
Hmm.
He's 32 with a record of 30 wins, 4 losses, and 21 KOs. Let me see. Oh, and he of the Philippines, so that's a good one, man. Might get a shout
Well,
out
I
from
mean,
Manny Pacquiao if he wins. So
Casimiro will be bringing that straight brawl style,
yeah, man.
he's throwing bombs like from the beginning. So this going to be a fan friendly fight.
It really
If
is.
Rigondeaux fights the way he's been trying to fight recently by standing in the pocket and trading. See, if he goes back to his pure boxing form, this shouldn't be a hard fight for him. But if he fights the way
Uh,
he's, been trying to, please the fans, and he's standing in the pocket and trying to trade, which he is effective, but he get caught. I've seen the fight where he got caught, and he could go too.
yeah.
So, but
Oh
who
yeah.
knows? Who knows which style? I think it just depends. Oh,
Hmm. Oh, shout out to Slider Boy 911 and Mad Chat Boxing. What's up? What's up? Oh, and I forgot we got Gary Russell versus Emmanuel Rodriguez in the undercard of the Reagan Dow fight.
who?
Gary Antonio Russell.
Oh, okay. Who? Gary? Wait a minute. I missed that.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Oh yeah.
Gary Russell fighting?
He fighting Emmanuel Rodriguez. Man,
Okay.
that is hey man, they snuck that under the radar, man. What's going on, man? Why they don't want to get Gary Russell no shine?
Hey man,
I mean, God.
Gary, he did something, man.
He pissed him off when he
He,
messing
he
with
slick he slick
dude.
hated
Yeah,
on
man.
something, man. I don't know. It's something he made. Maybe he made Al Heyman mad or something.
Yeah,
You know
he
what I
pissed off
mean?
Al Hey, man. He did something he wasn't supposed to
Al
do. I
Heyman.
mean, dang.
Well,
They won't even
Gary,
put,
Gary Russell is like one of them 5%er guys, so he kind of marched to his own, drum and that type of dude, so if he gets something in his head, it is what it is. He's just gonna go and do what he want to do. So, and once he figure out the logic and something, you ain't gonna be able to turn Gary Russell, change his mind or
yeah.
anything like that. So, he's one of them 5%er dudes that like to think outside the box. And his whole family kind of like that. They kind of like, uh, on that power, self-reliant stuff. So I'm pretty sure he
Hmm.
pissed somebody off. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, your
Shit, man,
boy.
got to get it together.
So, well,
And that
I
fight will be
mean,
on
go ahead.
at 9 p.m. on Showtime. So I definitely got to check that out, man. And tune in early, I guess, to see Gary Russell fight on the undercard. He looks like he's the second fight of the night.
Hmm.
And before them, we got Rasheed Warren and Damian Vasquez, the bantamweights, going at it. So we should see a lot of firepower, man. We should see a lot of action coming up this
Oh
weekend. And
yeah.
you
Oh, it's
know,
gonna be some fights, man. It's just which ones. I'm be definitely on that Vergil Ortiz. I want to see that Reagan Dow Casmiro fight because that's gonna be high action. That's gonna
mm-hmm.
be he's gonna really be
Yes,
trying
sir.
to take. He's gonna be trying to take um, Reagan Dow up out of there. Especially him being 40. So he's gonna,
Yeah.
he's gonna really be trying to press the gas on him and turn him old
Yeah.
overnight. So he's
Oh
really going to
yeah.
be trying to get that done. Um, so let me see
Make a
what
name
else
for
we got.
himself. You know what I'm saying? Put some money in the
Oh
pocket.
yeah, that's
Definitely.
it. Mad
That's
Mad
what all of
Chat
them should be
Boxing
trying
and
to do.
Sports. What's going on, my brother? Salute to you. Thank you for stopping by. And we got who is this? How you say that, Steve? Right there. What's that? Side boy
Slider Boy.
91. Yeah, Slider
Slider
boy
Boy
now
911.
911
What's up?
isn't
What's up,
related.
yo?
He said isn't related to Rasheed Warren on that card too. Okay, Rasheed Warren, huh? Rasheed Warren. So we got
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of
Oh yeah,
interesting,
Rasheed Warren, the bantamweight. Yeah.
man. It's so many damn bantamweights and flyweights and what's his name? Gosh, what's that guy? I done covered so many, man. It's like,
Oh
whew,
yeah,
you have to
man.
get
They
into the
all out here.
bantamweights. You got to get into the super fly. It's a super flyweight fight this weekend too. Maloney. Um, that's a
Mm-hmm.
fight. I really, what I'm
Yeah,
saying, yeah, the flyweights are kind of like, I don't really get into the flyweights, but when Chocolatito was fighting, I kind of got into it, but
yeah.
what I'm saying, when
Oh
you
yeah,
get
Rasheed
somebody,
Warren. I saw him fight. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a good one.
hmm
I've seen him fight before.
see,
He
Soldier
throws them.
Bay 911. Okay, Soldier Bay 911, my brothers. Okay, salute to you, my brother. Thank you for stopping through, man. And but who do you think? Since we done lost this fight. I'm the biggest fight I'm looking for. I want to see that Crawford Porter fight if that happened, but we still don't know if that fight's gonna happen. So it's a lot of uncertainty
Yeah.
going on in
Who
boxing
y'all
right
want to see
now.
fight out there? Because it's like you said, it's uncertainty, man. We don't know who's gonna if the fight is gonna happen. I'm still thinking
Right?
Tyson Fury gonna slide up out of there, man.
Oh, you already know, man. Tyson Fury he's already retired. Y'all just don't know it yet. Tyson
We
Fury
just
is
don't know
not
it yet.
going nowhere near a revamped Deontay Wilder. So you see that man in there ducking his head, see that man going to the body. He's like, hell no, man. This, like he looking at Wilder like he's a whole new dude, and he got all that power. AJ don't want none either. So this era of heavyweights is just kind of ridiculous. They don't really have the
Man,
same skill as the old guys, and they don't want to really face each other. So
man,
it's kind of a
we got
lackluster. They don't have
five
the
hot
charisma. The what now?
five hot heavyweights, and they ain't gonna fight each other. It's the craziest shit ever. Because at
I
first it
know,
was
and
just
it
four. And then
Right.
then your boy Ruiz jumped in the mix. I'm like, come on, man. It's
And
for the
see,
first time in
it,
10, 15 years, it's more than three heavyweights that people can name.
right,
I mean,
right,
for real. This is just keeping it real. People couldn't even name these dudes before Wilder came in. And AJ, because it wouldn't have started if people didn't want to see them fight. Nobody cared
right.
about Tyson Fury. He won that fight and went on a bench and no one saw him sit. He never defended the belt. It's the dumbest thing ever. But out of all of them, I'm like, yo, I give Ruiz the prop because he went in there and knocked down the soft giant. And I give
Well, you,
Wilder the props because he fought Ortiz when nobody else would fight him. And then had to rematch him because nobody else would fight him. So I give those two dudes the props because they actually fought the fights that have been some of the top fights in the heavyweight division in the last whatever since Klitschko. Since Klitschko Lewis.
hmm
That was the last great heavyweight fight, in my opinion, before this, the new crop. And we can't get him
what,
to get in the ring.
well, what do you think about Joe Joyce? And Michael Hunter, he's coming into the picture.
Oh yeah.
You know, so what do you think about Joe Joyce getting into the mix of the elite heavyweights? How you think he would do versus AJ Wilder, Usyk, you know, Louise Ortiz, and
He
who? How
got to
you
get
think he
in
would
there
fit in that
quick
mix? I mean,
because he's
who you think he
35
could beat?
years old.
Who you think he could
Um,
beat right now?
he got to beat somebody with a name because they not gonna let him in. He got to break the ceiling, so he got to get in there with Ortiz or Ruiz. You know who he signed to? He WBO, so he probably top right.
Mm.
So that's
He's with
that's
one of
trouble
those.
right there.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see him fight Michael Hunter. I
That
think
would be a
he'd
good
beat.
one.
I think he'd beat Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter just beat
Okay.
Michael Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Some dude that's out of what I'm saying, some barroom fighter. He destroyed Michael Wilson. And but
Yeah.
he's never I seen him fought Usyk down in the cruiserweight, and Usyk beat him. But Usyk he don't look as impressive as a heavyweight. I think Usyk, he gonna give AJ a good little fight, you know what I'm saying? But AJ got too much power. He's got the tools to beat Usyk, to get by
Mm-hmm.
Usyk, I should say. I
Yeah,
ain't
to
gonna
get
say
by him.
to get him by him, you know what I'm saying? Because his power gonna be able to keep. Usyk like to run around the ring a lot. He'd be looking like a middleweight. You know what I'm saying? He'd be looking
Yeah,
like a
we fight like
middleweight
that.
in the. He'd be looking like a
Maybe
middleweight in
that's
the
what he
ring,
need.
and
Yeah.
or I ain't gonna even say a middleweight. He'd be looking like them bantamweights, how they just be bouncing around the ring, and you're like, man, just sit down on your punches,
Man,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Fight. You know what I'm saying? And he just
Soldier
looked
Boy.
horrible as a heavyweight to me.
Soldier
Say
Boy
what now?
said, "What do you think about Michael Hunter wanting to fight Dillian White?"
I think actually that's a pretty good
That'll
fight
be
because
a good one.
I think Michael Hunter, he ain't, he is not like top of the line heavyweight. I don't think he gets nowhere near the top 10. In this batch, just watching his skills, when he was at cruiserweight, he looked, better. But as a heavyweight, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? He definitely got skills, but him and Dillian White about neck and neck, but
yeah,
Dillian White got that power. He got that super dog energy field power. And
yeah.
I think that because Dillian White, he coming there, he'll blow up looking like a Michelin man, and he throw
Oh
two
yeah,
punches, he'd be out of wind, he'd be done.
out of
You know
win.
what I'm saying? And but Michael Hunter, he's kind of like you know, he's got
Coming in at
skills, but
33 years old, six
yeah, he
two,
just
21
hmm
fights, one loss.
hmm but he just don't seem
Yeah.
like he don't have the sharpness to me, the activity, he don't have the power, he's just kind of a Dillian White level, that would be some good fights for them guys
Mm-hmm.
like that. Him, those lower level heavyweights. I don't see him beating nobody in the top. in the top tier. I don't see him beating
But
Luis
you know what?
Ortiz. Yeah,
You know what pisses me off though? When Wilder, before Wilder got into this triangle called Tyson Fury, this Bermuda Triangle, there's a lot of folks getting paid. You know, a lot of people getting a chance at a nice little payday, getting knocked out by Wilder. You know, Michael Hunter might have got a payday by now, or might have a payday coming up if these guys wasn't just holding on to the belts, making unmakeable fights, stalling the fans. Like it's getting crazy at this point. It's like, come on. I want to see Michael Hunter get a chance. I want to see all these dudes get a shot without having to go through this hoop and jump over the jump rope. Like, man, get that man a shot at the champ. That's what made Ali great. Ali will give your ass a shot. He'll beat your ass, but you'll get a shot. He'll take a picture with you and everything.
yeah.
But that's what
Shake
made
your
him
hand,
great.
kiss your baby, and all that.
The division got fed. I mean, you got guys running around here that has only fought like, look at Andy Ruiz. He fought. I know he was out there spending that money, but yeah, I know he was getting in shape and all that good stuff. But all of these guys, from the top to the bottom, are not fighting enough. They
You're
are
right,
not fighting enough
because
to
I'm
keep a fan
looking
base
at.
behind them.
I mean, look at AJ. The last time he fought was December the 12th, of 2020.
Cheap.
Pulev, and that's the last time he fought, bro. He been chilling the whole time. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then it
He
was
has been
UK
chilling.
time. He has absolutely no American presence. Don't nobody care about Anthony Joshua over here. I mean, I barely hear him in the talks or anything. It's crazy, and I don't think it's because he's black. It's because he's boring.
Well, he like it like that because in the meantime, he can get more commercials in. He could do more underwear modeling, and you know, work on his little PR, stuff. He like doing that. If you can go to certain people social medias, you can go to their Instagram, and let me tell you something. AJ got all kind of crap on his Instagram. I'm talking about all kind of advertisements, poses, and you know what I'm saying. He's like he's like the black Captain Kirk or something. You know what I'm saying? The nigga
Yeah.
just like wow, man. It's like, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't need
Nah,
all that, bro. You
he
know what I'm saying? You
he
need to
needs to
get into
fight
fighting.
in America. He needs to come to America and set some kind of standard and go and fight these people because it's just crazy.
Oh man, Anthony Joshua ain't fit to do all that, man. He's being protected, bro. He is being protected, and it's just not going to happen. You know, he is. From the time he was trying to negotiate with Wilder, I mean, you already knew that he was trying to avoid Eddie Hearn did not want Deontay Wilder to go in there and knock that man out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could just see it because for some reason Anthony Joshua got like some kind of complex about fighting Deontay Wilder, and Eddie Hearn knows this, so he's just going to keep him away from him, and that's just point blank what it is. That's just point blank what it is. So these are fights that we just got to deal with the fights that we got going on right now, and let me see. I said
I'm
lost
back
Steve
at
for
it.
a second. Uh
I'm
huh.
back at it
What you
again.
Hey, boss went by or something. You had to put down the,
Nah, that shit cut off. You know, you hit that back button quick. I like, and I was trying to hit that. But
but
yeah, man, I'm
I,
sure you finished your
I'm
AJ rant. I know you despise that, man.
yeah, hey, it ain't that you ain't nothing personal. It's just
Hey,
hey,
man.
for a guy that's 6'6", you know what I'm saying, 6'6" with an 80 something inch reach. You know what I'm saying? And let me see here. He's
Man, if
got
I was big like
24.
him, I'd be fighting like Sonny Liston. I'd be beating the shit out of motherfuckers in that
Right.
corner.
Exactly.
Like
He
for
got an
real.
82-inch reach. He's 6'6". He's 31 years old, right? It's like, but he fight like he's
Oh
scared,
man.
man. He
I
fight like
wish
he's
AJ like
terrified.
talk shit. If AJ could really talk shit, like that Wilder fight would be great.
Yeah, man, what you talking
I
about? And then
mean, it
have
would
the
be fucking great. Oh
attitude and the
man,
pride. Like Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis, you
be
know what
like,
I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
break your ribs. I'm gonna fucking
Uh,
smash your
right,
ribs.
right.
I,
You know what
I
I'm
would love
saying?
that shit. I'd be like, oh
If he acted like ignorant like Dillian White, it would be perfect. Be perfect. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
Dillian White is just like what your boy name is, man. Oh man, who fucked up the bag the first time? Ruiz. How Ruiz got the fight? I can't. Big Baby.
Oh
Dillian
yeah.
reminds me of Big Baby. It's like, yeah, you talk all that shit when you get in that ring, the shit
Well,
out your ass.
if you were loaded
Oh
with
man,
six types of PEDs, you be talking crap too.
man,
You know what I'm
that
saying? They
brother
said
gonna
that
turn
boy
into
had.
either the Hulk or Ant Man. He don't know what kind of
Did
chemicals
you
he got
did
in his
you
ass.
see did you see how big he was in the build up? You know him working out, man, and what he was working out
With
with.
the AJ fight,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He was
I remember the first
huge.
time I talked to you about Big Baby. And you remember what you probably don't remember what you said, but you was like, yeah, but he got pillow fists.
Yeah, yeah. You seen his fights?
He like
You
he
seen
can't
his
knock
fight?
out
He
no.
be, bruh,
Oh man, it's
bruh.
like a pillow
But
fight.
you would think somebody at least with them kind of that size would be able to hit. You know what I'm saying? With them big old fists and the big body. Man, the mechanics. I
Man,
guess the way he throws his punches, it's just all off, bro.
I was like,
It's
yo, who gets on steroids not to knock people the fuck out? Like, if I get on
well, it's
steroids, I'm putting niggas in
he
comas.
but
I ain't gonna
you see
care.
he he's throwing like what 300 400 punches for a heavyweight. That's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So
That's crazy.
that's what it was. He was just throwing too many punches. Like, come on, look at Usyk. Usyk was
Ain't
throwing
nothing. No.
200,000 punches, right? So all of a sudden they punch output. What?
But
All of a sudden they
when you used to play that video game and you punch and that shit don't have no power on the ball.
Right, exactly. Them steroids, brother.
That shit ain't
Steroids don't
doing
work.
nothing.
They turned off.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of steroids, what do you think of Canelo, man? He you know what I'm saying? What do you think going on with Canelo? Cause he's up there playing these games, right? So he's revisited the Caleb Plant um fight.
Oh
So
man.
Caleb Plant clowning him because he can't make his
He trying
dates.
to get September date, man. I mean, it's the craziest thing ever. He know he couldn't clear that damn protocol. He couldn't clear that dope. His level's too high. He can't. He's like, fuck no.
Like, wait a minute, boy, you still glowing. You're still glowing in the dark, boy. You got to wait. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Canelo
I
said, my
think the
piss
same
coming
thing
back
too.
dirty. I'm just honest.
Shit, hey, that
What you
would
say?
if they put an alarm on that, I'd be like, woo, 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 woo. You know
Man,
what I'm
that man
saying?
Canelo out there looking like the yellow Hulk. I
I'm
said, the
trying to
fuck is
tell
going
you.
on?
And he'd be like sitting up there posing, like, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I see you pressing, bench pressing 400 pounds, and that's not good
400
for a boxer,
pounds.
bro. Yeah, and squatting, and
Man,
his knees jacked up, and he can't move. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant got a good. He has a great chance to beat Canelo because Canelo can't move, bruh. He's lifting. He done
man.
got into bodybuilding, and when you get into I'm trying to tell you now. You better listen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he done got into bodybuilding. He's into this power. He done got into power. And Caleb Plant is a real boxer, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a mover, and
Yeah,
he ain't one of these English dudes. He's been hanging around the brothers. You know what I'm saying? And the brothers done put him
yeah.
on game. It's like, look, dude, you got to keep moving. If he can keep moving and box and pop Canelo, he could win that. He can win that. 'Cause Canelo's
Yeah.
knees are toe back, man. His knees are done. All them squats. Look like he had about 4,000 pounds on the down. I said, yeah, his knees done, bro. It's like I'm like watching them.
Shit.
You know, I don't know. Maybe he's not doing all that weight, but from what I
Think he
see,
got the weight of all them damn lies on his shoulder, but you folks talking about he just doing great shit when he really not.
Right.
They say he looking to fight in November, but I
Man, you
mean,
just hate Canelo, man. That's your,
who?
you
Man, I don't
despise
hate Canelo.
Canelo,
I
man.
hate Canelo's. You know how people like Nas, but they hate that motherfucker
I'm just
song
trying to get you
selection.
back for AJ.
Man, hey, hey, man, I don't need those. I don't need them damn emails and shit. I got to hit Google Translator, and then I'm about to translate some shit back because I translate shit back. You throw shots at me, I'm throwing shots
But
back at
that's
your
the
ass. I don't
funniest. That's the funniest crap I ever seen, man. They like people trying to insult Errol Spence Jr. translating, you know what I'm saying? And they getting it all, you know what I'm saying? Oh man. You duck him, you duck him. You afraid him.
man,
You like, man, come on, bro. I'm getting insulted by somebody can't even speak English, bro. You know
man,
what I
shit. That's
mean?
that's when you're doing something right, man. You got them pissing people off. Go this in a different language.
You got you got trolls in Singapore, man, and the
That shit is for
Philippines,
real. People feel deeply about this boxing, man. This boxing shit is really it's the
Well,
best
I
sport, but
mean,
it got the worst. It got the worst. Like if we could get the UFC, like if we could get some Olympic type shit, where the best fighting the best, man. Like just put it up here. Hey man, we gonna get 30 million to the winner. Y'all motherfucker fight. The loser gets 15, the winner get 30. Let's stop all this street crossing, all that bullshit. Put up an
well,
good old fashioned purse for the winner.
well, it's
Winner
kind of
get
messed
this,
up,
the loser get that.
in a way. Manny, he got to do well, man. Manny got to do well for his country because I think he feed everybody in the country. Tell you the truth, you know what I'm
Man,
saying?
Manny was out there handing out money for
Yeah,
about 3 hours.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I
I
like
said, if
them
y'all
people. He
fuckers
was
don't get a
handing out
job,
food. He was handing out money. He was building houses for people, man. I was like, God dang, he's the
man,
gross what they call it, the GPD over there. You know what
man,
I'm saying? He is the
if I was man, I
GPD.
wouldn't even come home. I sneak back home. They wouldn't know I was at that
I'm like,
motherfucker.
dude, he got to feed everybody. You know what I'm
He got
saying?
these fuckers lined up at his door, man. Like, yo, man, for real. I'm gonna be one of
Uh,
y'all ass if y'all keep lining up at my door.
right. He better build some Dollar Trees right now. You know what I'm
And
saying?
I
So
mean,
they
that's
can,
what Canelo is. Canelo is like at a cult level for the Mexicans, and that's why they feel so heavily about him. And I understand that, you know what I'm saying? You can hold somebody as high as you want. But if mama call him name him Clay, I'm gonna call him Clay. You ain't fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying?
mm, mm, mm,
Just
mm, mm.
easily as you say Bud ain't fighting nobody, you have to say Canelo's not fighting anybody. It's just not even right to even try to go that route. You know what I'm saying? The only
Right,
difference is Canelo can fight anyone he wants to fight, and Bud
right.
can't. That's just the
But
truth of the matter.
Bud could
And it's
fight
like,
who he want to fight. He could if he wouldn't have
man,
signed back with Top Rank, he could have been a free agent. But he wouldn't want to listen.
I
He want
I haven't
he.
seen the press release to say he's went
Uh,
back with Top Rank.
no, I'm not saying he's done it. But
Oh, you
okay,
talking about the
let,
first time?
right. And
Yeah,
you say he re-signed twice with him. It's like if you see somebody, you go by the past history of what they've done. And Terence Crawford, given his history, you know what I'm saying, given him what he's done in the past, he's gonna go right back so he can fight Josh Taylor. I don't think he want no smoke with the rest of the PPC. I don't think he's scared, but I don't think he just won't. I don't think he want to do it. I think he's done enough in his career, and he just like f the rest of it. Uh,
no
you know,
man. Bud
you know,
probably got what? Like how much money for Barbero not getting that fight?
a million, I believe. I think
A million
he's
dollars,
you get $1 million if you don't find him or if you don't get him a certain fight in a certain time. You know,
which he
you
didn't.
get right. So but is that what you want? You know what I'm saying? Is that how you want to do your career, or do you want to, what I'm saying, be free? Like look at Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney freed himself up so he can have smoke with Tank, Ryan Garcia.
We'll see
You
if it
know,
happened though.
but they trying to avoid my man. You know, they trying to avoid him. They
But see, everybody is not a businessman.
yeah, but you got
And
to
and
be in
and
boxing. You got to
nah,
be.
you gotta pay people that's smarter than you to handle that. Because even all
Exactly.
these folks ain't answering the phone. They're not making these deals. That's
Exactly.
why they say
But
have their advisor.
that's part of being a businessman, to hire people to handle your business right, right? You
Hmm
see what I'm saying? That's part of, you don't, I
But
don't know
but but but
nothing.
if you hand
I
me a
don't know
million
nothing.
dollars because you fucking up, I can't be mad at that
If you, oh
either.
yeah, oh, you can, if you one of the best, if you one of the best welterweights in the division, right, and you don't make yourself available. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame everybody else. See, it ain't just the fact that, he's tied up. It's just all the bullshit and pretending going on with it. You know what I'm saying? Just say what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get more respect that way. You know what I'm
What
saying?
is
That
it?
goes with that. All the pretend, you
What
mean?
are you pretending about?
But everybody don't want to fight him.
Man, you know they don't want that smoke from Nebraska, man. That
Oh,
shit
good
thick in
boy.
Nebraska, man. That smoke, motherfucker, man.
I
And you
told you
just
that
saw,
boy.
you just said what he did to
The,
Mean Machine. He wasn't that mean,
trying to tell you, he behind that. He's that chihuahua behind that lock gate. And then when the gate opened,
man.
he
What?
re-signed. He closed and get a new lock for the gate so he
Who?
could talk more shit.
Who?
You know what I'm saying? He
What?
go get a lock.
Man, let me
He
tell you,
go
I'm,
he
I'm
go
gonna
get
keep
a
it real. Bud would have whooped Pacquiao ass with a detached retina. I'm just keeping it real.
well. I mean, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But I'm just telling you. I'm just
Hey,
telling
you
you,
like
Bob.
what?
It ain't gonna happen because Bob ain't gonna let it. He gonna cancel that damn fight. But he
Hey, I
said,
promise you, he made that face like, what the fuck? Hey,
Soldier
Bud
Boy
came in
said,
there with the patch.
Soldier Boy said, in my humble opinion, Haney is the most avoided boxer in the sport, and he is right. He is
That
right.
Haney got the hell away from Matt's room, and that was smart.
Well,
But
Haney
Haney
always
finished that contract up. He had to finish that contract up first.
right. But see, Haney, he's doing like on a fight per fight basis. He's not doing like these long, top rank contracts where you miss out on your opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna lowball any opposition that you want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Arum, you know what I'm saying? He already told Bud before he resigned, and Bud said this, that there's no budget for pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? What does that tell you, Bud? But he said, I give you $1 million for the bruh, that don't make up for stalling your career. You know what I'm saying? It don't make up for stalling your career. You need to, you 30 something, so you need these fights now.
He
So,
the, he the same age as all those heavyweight bosses we said had a chance coming up. But the difference is he got more money than them, and he took less punishment than them. So I don't know why we running out that clock like it's so quick. Bud ain't had to go through no wars. You know why? Because he not supposed to fuck out. So he ain't as aged as we think he is. He ain't been walking around and had no Gotti wars. He been putting folks' ass to sleep. So this different
yeah,
road work. It's
but
different
see,
road
you
work.
you keep saying, but see, you keep saying he put people to sleep, but look who he
He
put
put
to
they,
sleep.
they, they night, man. You say who?
Look who he put to sleep. That see, he
Oh
didn't
man,
fight
here
Tom.
we
He
go.
didn't fight Tommy Hearns. He didn't fight Sugar Ray Leonard. He fought Terry Leonard. He fought Bobby Leonard. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you gonna knock Bobby Leonard out. You
He did
gonna
not Mikey Garcia the fuck out.
yeah, yeah, I believe he would. I believe he'll beat a lot of the guys up top. But you know what I'm saying? He ain't put
They
himself
ain't
in
getting
that
in
position.
there.
He
Every
ain't
time
put
somebody
himself
come up there to fight Bud, they say I'm a roll with hoops. You remember when Flavor Flav had that choice? He could pick New York or hoops, and he said I'm gonna roll with hoops because he didn't want that shit that New York brought. This is the
mm,
situation. And y'all they gonna stop being able to roll with hoops. I'm telling you, just wait, man, just wait. It's gonna be funny. Yo, Team Bud, watch, just watch.
so so let me ask you a question. Who do you think
Oh, here we
Okay,
go.
who do you no. This about Devin Haney. Who do you think
Oh,
gonna who do you think the ice who's gonna break the ice? Because Lomachenko talked about Devin Haney and fighting Devin Haney. We know Teofimo Lopez, he was talking about fighting Devin Haney. Tank,
Man,
uh,
Raleigh Romero gonna
Rogers.
fuck around and get his hands on Tank. I mean, on Devin Haney before the E-fight.
Who?
Raleigh
Ramiro.
Romero. Yes, sir. The one who just fought. They gave him a gift fight that time in Texas, but the whole world thought he lost. Then he just
Oh
fought the
hell
last fight.
no.
Oh man, hell yeah, it's about to go down. Just
Man,
watch.
Rolly is you believe really Rolly
He finna
Ramiro want
fight
that?
him.
What you mean he was for the fight
Man,
him?
he
He
said
can't even
he said
find
he
him.
texted Floyd, and Floyd said, "Man, beat his ass."
Man, stop, you capping, bro. Come on now. Come
Oh man,
on.
hey, if you're in the comments, if you heard that, let them know I'm not lying, man. Because I'm for
Man,
real, man.
man,
Riley don't
Devin,
want it.
that's what I'm saying. Riley
He
been
about to
looking. I
get
mean,
it.
he been looking for Riley all over the place, to go ahead and punish him. That dude, he's just trying to get put on, you know what I'm saying? He's just trying to
Man,
get
he can
put
get
on.
put on. It's the way to put him on, man. I don't like that shit talking about you want a payday. I tell you, bring your ass on down the aisle. That's what Canelo supposed to say. I love that Devin Haney like, yo, I beat your ass. Come on, please. Expose these people
Exactly.
that really don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. Man,
Hmm.
Canelo's telling that man, you just want a payday was the pussiest shit I've seen since Nino Brown snatched that little girl up at that wedding.
Yeah.
It was pussy, man. Let's
Right.
call it like it is. I'll bring your ass down here
Right.
now.
So when I saw that, man, he would call him a man out his name and his dad, and I was like,
Oh
"What is
yeah.
going?" I was like, "What?" This dude was so greasy, bro. He was so
He's the
greasy. I was just
product
like,
of this cap nation that's going on, man.
"Yeah,
He's a product of that talk it like like you want it, but you really don't want it. And then if he do get the fight, he gonna say, "Oh, I had an anxiety attack." He gonna do a Simone Biles.
right, right."
My bad. He gonna
Yeah.
do a what's your boy name? What's your boy name? I'm sorry,
Talking about
Simone. Not a
Chris
Simone.
Colbert. Talking about
Nah,
Chris
nah, your
Colbert.
boy who was finna fight Tank, then he had an anxiety attack.
Yes,
Ryan
he
Garcia.
said,
Oh man. That's all Raleigh gonna do is pull a Ryan
Soldier
Garcia.
Boy 911 says, he said they're gonna beat the brakes off of Roly. You dang right.
I
Man, yeah,
wanna see it too.
cause you see,
Oh
well, you
man.
seen now. I know you seen the sparring footage of Rowley and Devin Haney. You seen that?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you already know what time it is for real. Okay, for real, for real.
Man,
You know what time it is. So I know you
man.
saw that.
He ain't
And
gonna
mm,
he made $100,000 his last fight, man. Shit, I think he can go in there and take an ad whooping and get some money.
yeah, but he don't want that kind of. He done talked all See, it's like Tyson Fury. It's like Tyson Fury.
He
When
said
you
he don't
talk
want that.
greasy, when you start talking all kind of extra greasy, these dudes ain't for the fight. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because when you start talking like real cold, nasty, and greasy, they ain't for to get in the ring. Because this dude gonna kill
Ain't
me.
finna get in the ring.
This dude is gonna destroy me. He's gonna bury me. So they start talking about your mama, and they start talking about, they making it personal, and these dudes ain't fit to get in the ring. That's why I'm trying to tell you
Man.
about Bud. That's why Bud ain't fit to get in the ring because he talking
Hey man,
greasy. You know
he
what I'm
segued real
saying?
quick out the exit, man. Man, this
That's
man, I'm
why that's
telling
why
you,
Bud
man.
ain't finna do nothing, man,
I
because
can't
he
wait till
talking
this shit
greasy. He
happen.
talking too
I'm
greasy,
telling you,
man.
man.
Hey, he
Oh
out there in
man.
Nebraska talking shit. Errol Spence go
Hey
pull
man.
up on him and say, "What's up now, nigga? What's up?" Hey,
See,
fuck
man,
this
you can't be
ride.
believing what what your boy
You know
said.
what I'm saying? He said that. Hey,
Somebody gonna
he
knock the
said
other
it on his
eye out,
Twitter.
man. I
He
like
said
that. I
it on
don't
the
believe that
Twitter.
man say he gonna knock the other eye out,
I'm
man.
trying to tell you, they get
That
rats,
man
man.
ain't said that.
They are hood rats, bro, and that's how they get down. Anytime
Man,
something happens to you, they watching. They watching. They probably
nah,
reported that
man.
straight to Bud when Bud, fights off. Boy, they was dancing, eating ramen noodles and shit. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? You know,
man. I cannot
Bud
wait
be,
till these two
Bud be
dudes
eating
fight,
them
man.
raw. Bud be eating
We're gonna
ramen noodles.
Man, that's
Mhm,
right. That's right. He the illest nigga in Nebraska, man. That man
mhm,
you can't get that easy. This shit, them
mhm.
rough out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Hey
but
man,
yeah,
we got something coming up though. We got to keep our heads up because these fights getting canceled and these people kind of going off the rails. So we gotta truthfully, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and just check out some of these Olympic fights that they barely showed on TV, man, and go and catch some, just some good old fashioned amateur or whatever they want
right,
to call it, amateur with no headgear. What the hell they talking
right,
about?
yeah.
We go see some good fighting, man, because at this point, I'm feeling like we need a tournament in a lot of these weight divisions, like Don King did back in the day. That was some of the best shit ever. Just get all the belts and say, y'all motherfuckers fight this out because it's too much ducking going on. There's number duck sauce.
Soldier Boy
That's
911
all.
says he said Floyd ain't letting Rolly off the porch. Laugh out loud. Shit, you know what I'm
But
saying?
they
He
say
already.
Floyd said he can get him. They say
Mm-hmm.
Floyd agreed.
But Floyd know what time it is. Floyd know what
Shit,
time
Floyd
it
know he
is,
gonna get
bro.
like 20%. Floyd send his ass up. Floyd probably tired of his ass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And
for
then
real.
why he be doing his face like that, man? When he be talking like, he's like a Cuban Vanilla Ice or something. You know what I'm saying? Why he be
Man, Rolly
like he
said he
be
making his
fronting?
name, man.
He be like fronting,
Rolly,
mm,
if they
Rolly
protect
what?
Rolly right, Rolly gonna be like one of the most hated people in boxing, and that would get him a lot of money.
Now see,
Because if
if he
people ignoring you, nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of folks stuck in that area, like that area. People that
now
don't
that
even like boxing will like to watch Rolly Romero get knocked the fuck out.
right now that's the
Just
illest nigga in
basically.
Nebraska right there. Cause I
Who?
can't stand that nigga. Rolly, that's the illest
Ah!
nigga in Nebraska.
Oh hell no, man.
That's the illest
Oh
nigga in
man.
Nebraska. Cause that
Man,
nigga be
no,
greasy. That
man. You
nigga
can't be the
super
illest and it's footage out of
super
your ass getting beat.
super greasy. You talk about super
Man.
greasy. All right.
No,
He said salute.
no,
What's
man.
going on, Bruce Goes? What's going on, Bruce Goes? What's happening? Salute to
Rico.
you, brother.
What's up? What's up? You just
Now
missed him
that's the
lose his
illest nigga.
mind talking about Rolly Ramiro is the illest in Nebraska. I've heard it all, man. Shit till I heard this shit today. Man, that man
Hey,
from Las Vegas, man. That man ain't from Nebraska, man.
hey, he moved to Nebraska. It's a wrap. Two greasy Dollar Tree niggas, all both together.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm trying to
man,
tell you. I'm trying to
man.
tell
Rolly
you.
Ramiro
Did
ain't
you did you
they ain't
see the
never would.
last? You saw the last fight, right?
Yeah, yeah,
What was his name? Gidgets? A guy named Gidgets. I mean, man, come
yeah.
on,
I
bro.
think so.
That fight was
Man, that shit was not
ridiculous.
even. Man,
He
even
was
the fight
throwing.
before that, they gifted him. Man, he lost that fight. They handed him that belt for the vacant belt.
And then he walk around like he done conquered Rome or something. He walk around like like a gladiator, like he's done something. Well, like man, please, bro, please, somebody knock the dude out. You know what I'm saying? It's like he acting like he done like Tyson, like he done destroyed, like he done just destroyed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, please,
He's a
but every
praise be
now
to
and
our
then.
God.
But every 10 years or 15 years, we get a Prince Nassim type of personality in the sport. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get a Prince Nassim, flipping over the ropes and dancing his way to the
Man,
damn ring. You know what I'm saying? We're
they,
going to get a
I
Prince
don't know.
Nassim, you know.
I don't know, man.
But
It's all about the followers, man. It's all about the followers, man. That's all that matters because they not fighting, so they got to just talk shit until they can figure out who to duck and go on to the next one. We're gonna.
yeah,
I don't know.
well, I hope Ryan Garcia is working on his boxing because everybody's shooting for him. Jojo
Mm-mm.
Diaz, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how you gonna fight for eliminator? Two fighters fight for Devon's, mandatory, and they don't even want to fight the guy because he that good, right? Because I mean, that don't even make, bruh. It's backward.
That
I have
shit don't
never
make
seen
sense,
it. I'm telling you,
man.
bruh. I'm like, I don't know how to process that, bro. It's just these dudes just there for something. They're not there for boxing. They're there to make money and they're there to get famous. And they're not there for the sport. They're just there to put their names up in lights, and that's just what it is. What he said, do. Uh, they just there for the limelight, bro. And I've never
He
seen
said
nothing
he
like
got
it
what?
before.
Soldier Boy said he got Floyd. He got Floyd got Rolly fighting Walmart greeters.
And he may look, and that's a dangerous fight. That's a thing because
That's
some
a
of them
dangerous fight
dudes,
for
them,
him.
them motherfuckers mad as hell. They making goddamn $8 an hour. You know what I mean? That's motherfucker mad as
Man,
hell, and they only work part time too. Man, that's a good fight.
man,
You tell a Walmart greeter he can make 100,000 for a fight. Rolling might be in
man, he will
trouble.
beat your ass, man.
I'm trying to tell you,
That'll
boy.
be the fight of your life.
I'm trying to tell
So
you,
let's see
boy.
here.
Clean up
They got
on aisle
Yachty
12.
versus to be announced. God damn, Yachty don't even
Clean
know
up,
who he fighting.
clean up on aisle 12. I'm trying to tell you. Um,
That's crazy.
I got Blue Blood coming Saturday, and Stormy B said he might want to jump in, and Divine Sense. I don't know if you ever followed Divine Sense. He said he might jump in on Saturday.
Oh, okay. That's
So we'll
cool,
do a little
cool.
we'll do a little quick one on Saturday and have everybody join in, and what I'm saying. But hey, the way boxing going right now, man, we may not have nothing if everybody duck out. You
Man, we're
know what
gonna
I'm
have to
saying?
get in the ring, fucking fight like Blue Blood. I mean, like Blueface in there.
Well, I
They
mean,
gonna get
what would
these
be
hella
cool?
YouTuber fighting in a minute.
It would be cool if we could get sanctioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, you young enough to still box. And I'll put my money. I'll be like Al Heyman for you, so you can go on in there and get my little percentage while you fight these other YouTubers.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm in the bleacher too. I ain't with the shit. Hey, man, I'm gonna try to bite them gloves off. Shit, go look, get these motherfuckers up, man.
I'm challenging YouTubers,
Yeah,
hey, for a
nah.
million a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I don't even want to trigger that purge in me, man. I'll be like, fuck that. If he die, he die. I'm like fucking Drago.
Mm-mm.
Like he hitting me with
Mm.
elbows and everything, man.
I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to tell you,
forget
and we
what sport I'm
paying
in.
we making our bouts exciting, so we paying our referees to look the other way. You know what I'm saying? That it's gonna
Hey,
be like Jack
man.
Reese. Be like Jack Reese, nigga be all hung up on the ropes and stuff. Hey, you
Then
gonna
you
you
get
gonna
slaughtered.
hey hey he'll wait for you to
Hey, man, I
recover
don't
and
press number
everything.
square and O. I don't press no goddamn triangle, no X. Just square
Oh,
O.
I'm trying to tell you,
Never
Jack Reese
goddamn
don't
headshot.
Jack Jack Reese don't care if you're knocked out or anything. He gonna wait for you to come back. He's gonna wait for you to come
Then
back.
start counting. Wake your ass up.
Uh, you ain't finna
That's
get
what
out of
it's
here.
about to be, man. It's about to be
Mhm.
YouTuber. You need to start having YouTuber fight some of these pussy ass folks be saying this
But I
crazy stuff
but I
online,
but I'm
man.
gonna tell you something. To save this year, we got to have that
Wilder
Deontay
Fury.
Wilder. We got to have it, bro. If we don't have
Oh
that this
God.
year, it's done. If we don't
Yeah,
have
man.
Deontay Wilder versus Fury this year, has been a bust, bro. I ain't
Bus,
so worried
bussy
about the
bus.
AJ Usyk fight. Usyk fight. Nobody's thinking about AJ, bro, because he already shown
Man,
that.
Usyk gonna relieve him of that belt just for the fun of it.
And he gonna run, and then he gonna run. You think he gonna fight Deontay Wilder? You think Usyk gonna
Man,
win his little belt? He gonna be just like Triple G doing Jamal. He gonna go find people you never heard of, names that you
man, he
can't
gonna fight
pronounce.
David Hay.
Man, David, boy, please, bro. David Hay, man. I mean, David Hay is the last Negro with braids braided like that. He's the last one, like D'Angelo. He's like the last Negro to get his hair braided back like that from 1978. You know what I'm saying? You're like, bro,
You
what
remember
is
when he
going
tried to hit
on?
the dude and fell? Fucked his leg up. I was like,
Uh-huh.
nigga, you dirty as fuck. You don't hurt yourself
He
being
is
dirty.
the I'm trying to tell you, he probably still use Afro Sheen. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
you
tell you.
let your soul go.
Trying to tell you, man. But if that fight don't happen
We,
this year, it's a bust for
it's
boxing year,
it's a
man.
bust, man. I mean, the next year got to come out all system go, man, because boxing is losing to the UFC. I'm not gonna lie. I be watching the UFC every fucking weekend, and it be
Yep.
folks fighting. We got a good fight coming up too. If you ain't into it, because I know you say you don't really be watching. They got a
Mm,
dude, man. He off the chain. He act like your ass too, so you should like the fight.
mm, mm. Well,
What this fucking
I
name, man?
might have to start covering some UFC, but hey,
Man,
I'm
yes.
a casual on that side, you know what I'm saying? I have to start diving into it, I have to start diving into it, you know what I mean?
One thing about
Uh
that UFC, man, they don't go to the cars much. Yeah, it's either sleep or you woke.
ain't they got like 3 minute rounds or something like that?
What they
4 minute
5 minute round?
rounds or something? Something
5 minute
long ass
round. You gotta
round.
be in that 5 minute, man. You gotta
Wow.
survive.
That's why they don't last long. And then they got them little
Yeah,
gloves.
knocking folks
S-
all the way up
so
and down.
I be seeing them suckers getting knocked out. I watch it on Facebook when it comes up, and
Mm-hmm.
they get hit with one punch. Them suckers be wobbly, legs be gone. You know what I'm saying? Throw them back in the gate, then hit them a couple of times, hammer fist, and they out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
And
I'm
although
saying?
it's a little difference to it, they are fighting, and see, when you get something like the UFC or any other thing like that, and they are actually going at each other. You ain't got to talk about them fighting for 2 years. Why should we be talking about people in that shit for 2 years? That's like watching a gymnast and be like, they gonna do a flip for 2 years, man. Fuck that.
Right.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy. And so boxing got to step it up and get us the fights we want to see, so we can stay interested, man. Because there's so much other stuff pulling at your interest right now that the
Yeah. That's
best
true.
that boxing fans right now can do is argue with each other about what would happen if these fuckers would fight. We shouldn't be having this argument in 2024 about Bud. And they should be on part two by then. This shit don't make sense.
Right. Right.
I mean, it's just plain and simple. We willing to pay if y'all show it. So come on now, like straight
Yeah.
up.
But they
I
greedy.
mean,
They greedy. You think Eddie Hearn gonna expose AJ to getting beat? Or look what he doing to Dimitri Andrade. You know what I'm saying? Dimitri Andrade is huge for 160. He is, as far as his cachet, he is a huge name, bruh. But what is he doing? Nothing. We got all this
mm-hmm.
star power, and they're frozen. Everybody frozen, man. They frozen like ice cubes in your freezer, bro. They can't do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
And it's like he's trying to keep, on one hand, he's trying to promote Canelo, and then on the other hand, he's trying to keep Andrade away from Canelo. So it's like, that it just don't make no sense, bro.
So you know what that means? The same thing you
Mm,
said for Bud. Andrade got to be thinking the same thing. You got like,
which
yo,
is
man, let me up out my contract. Just let me up out my shit, cause
no, man.
you ain't helping me. So
He done got comfortable though. Like that. Like if you tie a dog, you tie a dog to a tree. You know what I'm saying? Every day he get used to that. You know what I'm saying? He become docile. You know what I'm saying? Or he become mean, and he done became docile. And so he get tied to the zone tree. He get paid a certain amount of money, get his food on time, get his water on time. He done got comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? So what else is he gonna do? Where is he gonna go? Match room? What he gonna do? Let's
man,
see.
they say his
Soldier
pay
Boy
jumped
says,
from 10,000 to 1.5 million a fight. Shit, I'll be tied to a tree too.
yeah. Soldier Boy was talking about
These
that
fuckers ain't getting
UFC.
paid no money.
Soldier Boy 911 says 3 minute rounds, 5 minute and
Mm-hmm.
5 minute rounds, and 4 ounce gloves in the UFC.
And
Yeah.
4 ounce glove.
So I mean, I can't
Man.
hate on it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because like y'all said, the
They
fights is
fighting.
happening.
I mean, for real,
Yeah,
they are
yeah,
happening, and they getting it on, man. They getting it on 2, 3 times.
yeah.
Look at Conor McGregor. Every time I watch Conor McGregor, he lose. I said, I may need to stop watching this one because I don't see what all the fuss about.
right. Well, at one point he was dominating, and then of course, he started making money. When he started making that money, that's when his whole game, started going down. Yeah, I guess he done got older too. McGregor done
Now,
been around for a second.
when you watch that stuff right there, and you see what they go through for $30,000, $50,000, and then you go look at these guys who not getting kicked, they fighting with bigger gloves, more padding, more protection. Yeah, they are fighting the sweet science, but you realize, hey man, what if they are fighting? It's chicks out here, badass chicks fighting bare knuckle. It's like folks out here earning hard money. Then you realize, hey man, y'all the money ain't as hard as some other ones who making way less than you. These dudes making less than Rolly Romero, and Rolly Romero made $100,000 his last fight. That food stamp money to a lot of boxers.
Yeah,
And if he was in the UFC, he'd probably be one of the highest paid ones in there.
he
And you
talked
can
like he
imagine them looking at these folk like, y'all can't figure it
right.
out and fight, man.
Riley talked like he on food stamps. He talked like he on food stamps.
Man, that's crazy. Man, y'all
He
made me
be
choke like hell.
that hey, Riley done joined the AJ. He done make the AJ status. He can join AJ in
Oh
the hate.
man.
Like
Damn, shit, he done made the list.
he done made the list, bro. 'Cause, I mean, I can't stand it. They they just talking all this noise, and they don't want to get out here and make it do what it do.
Nah, man, like shit.
From
You
where
gotta
I
bring
come
it,
from,
man.
that's called perpetrating.
Oh yeah. You gotta show it. I
And
mean, it's like, yo, I just don't understand it, man. We gotta get these folk, we gotta get these expensive buffers out the way. You know what I'm saying? It took Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather to make that fight.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We all saw that fight happen when they saw each other at that game, and Floyd like, yo, man, you trying to fuck up $100 million?
mm,
Let's talk brass tacks here. You want $100 million or what? And that if it, I mean, all the way down the line. You see how quick Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight got made. It got made faster than Ryan Garcia could blink. And he really lost his mind. He came out that little weekend high. It was like, oh shit, you gotta
but
fight
see,
Tank Davis. No, I
but
gotta
but what but
I got an
but what do
anxiety
you
attack.
think? This is like a new epidemic we seeing in boxing when the clout chasing is this bad. Like when you going
It's
into
bitch
it, you
assness.
right, and they have no intention. They have no intention of going making these fights, and that's
But
going to
see, this is
kill
a
boxing.
generation that talk shit behind the keyboard. But if you standing
Right.
in the front yard saying bring them out, no guns, no nothing, let's go. They will not do it.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta come out there
Mm-hmm.
with the stick. They can't come out there and say what? They can't
No,
come out there
they
with
coming out there
the
with the Uzi. They ain't coming out there with no
they gotta come
stick.
out
Cause
with the stick.
they come out there with a stick and get their ass tore up.
They come out there with a stick on a 5-year old.
Mm-mm. That's Ryan Garcia
This
right
that
there.
generation. I'm sorry if you're from this generation. You got to talk to your peers and tell them to get their ass out of this house. See, that's why
But
I
they
fuck
know
with Bud. Bud from my
they
generation.
they know their perception. They know their perception because Ryan Garcia know that he's looked at like he's one of the weakest of the division. I think Soldier Boy 911 says with Rolly it's just like you said, that dog behind the gate doing all that barking and growling. When you open the gate, he got his head bowed and wagging his tail, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I don't understand that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We should be talking about some exciting fights that done happen. We should be talking about some good knockouts that's happened. We should be talking about some surprises. We should be talking, talking that good stuff. But right now we starving so bad for the best fights that
We
I mean,
starving for it. I'm sick of
yeah,
it. I
yeah. I
mean,
mean,
I'm
I
at the
know
point where
you. Go
if
ahead.
I see a post talking about Tyson Fury or Wilder, that them fighting, or if I see a post talking about fucking Errol Spence and Bud fighting, I don't even click the shit no more. I'm so tired of talking about. It's
Right,
like talking about fucking for a month.
right,
Like what? When are you
exactly.
gonna bust a nut?
Right.
This shit is crazy.
I know what
It's
you. I know
crazy.
exactly what you're saying. And it's like
I'm like,
when you
yo,
you hear the fans. They're not even interested in the boxing part of it. They into the trolling. The trolling culture
yeah,
done got so out of hand that it's not even about the boxing no more, bro.
it's not even
They
about
make
the
they
boxing no
making
more.
careers. They making careers out of trolling,
Out of
and it's
trolling
like,
people and being Takashi 69 out here.
mm-hmm,
And that's why
mm-hmm,
I like to talk about the boxers that's not getting that much shine, the boxers that are good, and nobody's talking about them because the only people that's getting the shine at this point is the Raleigh Ramiros of the world. They're just talking shit behind that gate. Ain't got no teeth in their
right.
mouth, motherfucker. You know how they barking and the false teeth fall out. That's these motherfuckers. All bark, they can't even bite.
Yeah, because sometimes I be about to go on. I'm like, man, who am I gonna talk about, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I watch Ego. Ego could talk. He talk some small talk. He talk. That boy doesn't know he could just talk up some shit. I don't know how he do it. You know what I'm saying? He just be. He'll find something to talk about. I be like, man, I don't know how they do that,
man,
bro.
man, ego, man, they say something crazy to ego go off on their ass for about 10 minutes.
Oh no, he,
It'd
oh
be
he get
funny as
real.
hell.
He get real
Cause
and everything, but they I don't know how they find the story and all behind the scenes. So them more like boxing reporters. You see what I'm saying? They're more like reporters. Him and Blue Blood,
because the truth,
them guys.
the
Mm,
YouTubers have taken over that lane. In my opinion, I go to the YouTubers, and you know the
just
list. That's
trolling
everybody
room.
who be putting it down. That
So,
that's
mhm.
telling the
Go
real
ahead.
stuff. I mean, we
Hmm.
can't even get a mainstream guy to say, "Hey, man, that glove look funny." Well,
Right,
you got
right,
some everybody seeing the string for the magic trick, but you sitting there like, "Oh, it's a great trick. I love it." No, motherfucker, you didn't see that string.
right,
I saw the string.
right,
You know you saw the string. We all saw the
right.
string. So how can I trust you?
So that's why I
And
called.
that goes
Remember,
for
remember,
all of them.
remember when I called you and I was telling you about that Wilder fight? I said, man, something was wrong with Wilder, bro. Remember I was telling you that
Yeah.
after the fight, and I said, hey, nobody wasn't talking about it at the time, but I said he didn't look right, bro, in the ring. And I said his
I said
glove,
he ain't look right either. He got his ass whooped. I was like, yo, I was straight up like, yo, man, he got his ass whooped. I mean, and I was just keeping it real because I be looking at the fight as it happened. You said
right,
something
but
went right with him,
yeah, I told you. I said,
and
hey, I mean, even the people at the bar when I was watching it, you know what I'm saying, and they
but
was
you
like,
remember,
yeah, he getting his ass whipped. I was like, hey, before he even
but
started,
you
I was like,
remember
hey,
when
something
you
wrong with my
said
man.
that. I said I saw it when they took his mask off his face, and you was like
Hmm.
exactly. And I was like, because I always look at
No,
the fight.
yeah,
I look at the
'cause he was
fighter's face
wobbly. He was
when
wobbly.
it's
You know what I'm
time.
saying?
And I'm
Let me
like,
see.
yo, either you look
Soldier Boy
like Clubber
said,
Lane.
go, hold on. Soldier Boy, let's see what Soldier Boy said. 911 said, he said, that's why I refer to Rolly as Trolley Romo from this day forward.
Ramiro.
Ramiro.
Charlie
Yeah.
Ramiro.
Yeah, man,
That's
but
for real.
but this a grown man sport, you know what I'm saying? And these dudes, they go out here and put their lives on the line. So, you kind of
Yeah,
like,
they
you
all
want
gotta
some
be
seriousness.
respected.
You want some seriousness up in here, not all this clown crap. If he was a clown and he could back it up like Adrian Broner, you can say what you want to say about Adrian Broner. He'll clown all day, but he'll get in that ring and fight you. You know what
If
I'm
you
saying?
drop
And that's the
Mitch
difference.
Green in here, he whoop all that.
Mhm. But I
If
don't know
you
if he'll
drop
whip
Mitch
him.
Green right here,
I don't. You see, that's what I like about Adrian, bro. He may not whip him, and he may lose in an embarrassing fashion like he did Madonna. I couldn't even had to close my eyes. Like damn.
man, he
But
came in
he
that
will
fucker
fight you.
dancing
He will
and he
fight
went
you.
out. He just throw
Right.
13 punches around. That shit pissed me off, man. My wife was like, "Yo, he don't throw enough punches." I got her trained. Like, I'm like, "You're right, baby.
See,
They pop up the
but a
punch
lot of
sets
people
of
don't know.
13
But a
punches."
lot of people, even in that fight, them gloves wasn't. That was them same gloves that Mayweather. He used the same gloves that Mayweather wouldn't let him fight in, and they didn't catch it.
Oh,
That was, they
man, he
didn't
wanted to
catch it.
fight Mayweather in some MMA gloves, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you only as good as your team, man. You only as good as your team. Adrian Broner too
Yeah.
busy dancing, too busy trying to grab his throat. And Mayweather and Roger, if you look at their eyes, they looking at everything. They looking at,
Yeah. I
hey,
was.
he look big. Hey, look at how he's standing. His leg hurt.
Yeah. I
They
was.
looking
I
at
was looking.
everything.
I was looking up Arian Davis to see if I can get him to come on, and then I seen a clip of him talking about how Wilder's a shame that Wilder's saying that what's his trainer with name what's his name the
Beeman. Oh man, I can't think of his name.
what's his name, y'all, what's the guy name, damn, the one he fired, dang man, I'm getting old, can't remember.
I see. Oh man, and I'm thinking of JD, but not JD.
No, the black he used to
Oh
be a
man,
champion,
I can't even think
man.
his damn name either. And I know it.
Anyway, he's saying, it was a shame that, he was claiming that he was giving him that spiked water. Now we find out that John Fury was warning Tyson Fury not to drink their
That is
water.
Mark Breland.
Yeah, Mark Breland.
Appreciate it.
And
I
because
could not think
Mark,
of his name for shit.
Aaron Davis beat the hell out of Mark Breland to get his title. So, well,
Yeah, because
I
man, Mark
guess.
Breland blew his load in the damn amateurs.
Hmm. It says, yeah, Mark Breland. That's right. L Dub. See, L Dub be knowing. I mess with L Dub, man. L Dub, he's like the
No, man,
boxing. Hmm?
now I be needing folk remember name because I can't remember nobody fucking name, man. I don't
Hey,
remember no waiter's name.
know
But
who?
I mean, just what you were saying with Mark Breland, though, man. Oh man, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's a cardinal sin. I gotta have some. I gotta have something before I can
Well,
accuse Mark Breland of that. That's
this
the
is what
worst
I'm
thing a trainer can
this is
do
what
about
I'm telling
eyes,
you.
man.
There's plenty of circumstantial evidence, with them not wanting to drink the water, with them he's saying that
Yeah,
that's
but
their water, and then Mark Breland, you don't refresh a fighter by giving him water, and Mark Breland was trying to give. If you go back and look, he was just giving him water, giving him water, giving him water, and it's like, what?
my
It's like you
problem with
supposed to put,
Breland is he wasn't saying shit. He wasn't talking to him. He wasn't trying to
because
snap
he
him
wanted
out.
him
He
to get
wasn't
his
trying to
ass whipped.
motivate him.
That's because he wanted
I'm
him to
telling
get his
you,
ass
when
whipped
I
in the
watch
ring.
fights, it'd be funny because the shit, like when you watching stuff with a woman, they seeing different stuff than you seeing. Because I'm in there fighting, swinging like Rocky and Rocky Five and shit. But she like, yo, he ain't even talking to
Look
him.
here,
I'm like, yo, this is
look here,
first time being knocked down.
look here. Mark Breland from the old school. You know them old school shade tree Negroes. You know that you work with them a little bit, and they tell you something one time, and you don't do it. Hey, they want to see you get your eyes knocked out. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if you come down. They don't care if you come down with the blue blonic plague. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Boy, that
you
crazy.
go against. You go against. He probably was in training. He said, "Why do you need the jump rope? I don't need no jump rope." Okay, okay, you going out there and let Fury whip your ass. You going on out there, and Fury going. Well, I hope he whip your ass. Yeah, I hope he knock your eyes out. It's always your eyes,
Man, listen, man. Mark
You
Breland was
cross
he
them
might
old dudes one too many times, and it's a wrap for you, bro. They don't, you
put
sorry
some
and everything
Visine in that
else.
boy water. That's fucked up, man.
Hmm.
You gotta stop.
Mark Breland, he didn't do the training one two.
I
Hey man, you
hey,
jab twice. Do a double jab. Do a double jab,
like
and
fuck a double.
right. And he was like, okay.
1-1.
Okay. All right.
He
Let
hey
Fury. This
man,
Fury did not. Hope he didn't knock all your teeth out.
you
Hmm.
saying Rocky? I mean, you said he's in there acting like Rocky at the when Apollo
Hmm.
said, "Nigga, ain't no tomorrow. We'll do it
Hmm.
tomorrow." Shit, fuck
It
it.
ain't well. I tell you what. I tell you
It's
what.
cold, man. But it happens. I wouldn't put it past him, man, because for one thing about it, when you got
Hmm.
that equalizer, you start thinking, hey, man, this will get me
Yeah.
out of anything. You
Yeah.
know, it's easy to fall in that trap. You can't fall in the trap. And when I watch a Wilder fight, I watch to see if he throw a new combo. And I'll never see a new combo. I'm like, yo, so that's why you seeing now that he getting a lot of different, you seeing a lot of different stuff that you wasn't seeing at first. Body work. Like, yo, if you
Well,
can take him out
well,
with a body headshot, you can take him
to
out with a
me,
body shot.
well, just like Jamel Charlo right now, he fell in love with his power. Cause his
Yeah.
last fight, he been getting people up out of there. So he started, and he came in as a boxer. So the best way to
Mm-hmm.
knock out somebody is not to look for the knockout. Is to let it come. Your power is there. It's gonna present itself. You know what I'm saying? And the way he usually
That's
catch people is by doing his game plan and boxing, and he usually catch them. But when you go out there trying to
yeah.
knock out
And
like he
when it
tried to do
don't
with
work,
Stano, it don't work because you become predictable, right? You become predictable, and that's what happened to him. He got to mix it up again. He got to get in there. He got to relax, and he got to let the knockout come. And that's what Wilder.
that is
He
why.
got. Hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go
That's
ahead. Go
why
ahead.
my favorite fighter at this point is Tank Davis. For one, he's fighting. Two, he's fighting in Atlanta. They'll big up the Tank for fighting in Atlanta. Man, the city be on fire when he fight. Buzzing. I mean, for real.
He's
So
definitely a
he got
star.
him that market
Definitely a
with that.
star. So
I
what do you
definitely
think? What
hope
do you?
Floyd
Hmm. Go ahead.
sit his ass down the next fight and let that man's corner do their job. I'm
Well, should
tired of
they
that.
should
I
they
just that
should they allow Tank to fight Keith Thurman? You think you've been hearing about that fight?
yeah, but shit, he gonna knock Keith Thurman teeth out of damn mouth.
Man,
So I think a
come
lot of
on,
people pay
man.
to see that.
Come on, bro. You really think that Tank gonna be able to beat Keith Thurman at 147?
Do you think Keith Thurman ribs gonna be able to breathe at the 6th round?
I want to see it now. Don't get me wrong. I want to see it, but is it
Nah, I
is it
I think
possible?
he get him with a body shot, man. See, that's the one thing
Yeah.
about it. Tank love his power, but he fight you like he don't want you to fall just yet. He
But
hits you like, let me get one more before you fall. I
but
love that
but you
shit.
s- you saw you saw how Tank react when he got hit with by your boy the dude he just fought. What's that guy name?
Yeah,
What's
your
his
boy.
name?
Hey man, that was your guy too.
What you talking about? Oh my God.
Your guy, your boy
Uh,
who just fought Tank. Guerrero.
nah. But yeah, Mark.
Man, I'm getting
Yeah,
these boys mixed up, man. I mean, Tank
Barrero.
down
That's
there
him.
done fought all of Mexico.
Yeah, he's trying to do that Mayweather path. Fighting all the Mexicans and everything.
Oh
Because
yeah,
every
it's smart.
time,
Barrios,
because every time,
Barrios.
every time Floyd got in there with a brother, it was a problem. It was
Hey
a
man,
problem.
brothers fight for nothing. Like they fight for nothing. So who? Nobody ain't paying to see that shit. That's the problem with boxing. You gotta fight another race, man.
Well, but that's it's the race thing. Everybody want to see a black and a
Yeah,
Mexican square off. You know what I'm saying? They want to see a black and a Mexican square off, and that shows who's the superior in of that race or whatever. That's
of
how it
that
is.
race. Yeah.
You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
Because when Castile, they still to this day talking about Floyd lost the Castile fight. I'm talking about you can go on any social media boxing forum and bring up Floyd Mayweather, and I promise you,
We gonna have to.
somebody's
We gonna have to
somebody's
review
gonna
that
bring up
fight.
Castile. Hmm?
We gonna have to review that fight, man. We need to review
Barrero.
that fight
Hmm.
because I I mean Castillo, it could have went either way,
Man,
but
I've seen that fight
I just
about
didn't see Castillo
5,000
just like
times.
beating.
He,
He did like that was a close ass fight. You could have said
right,
one round would have changed it for either of them.
right,
So it's just
right,
all they just want somebody to have beat Mayweather because they don't talk about the part two where he beat his ass like his meat,
right. Exactly.
like it was
And
no contest.
And like once Floyd make them adjustments, it's a wrap for you, bro. And you know what I'm
It's over
saying? It's
for him.
just yeah,
Because I
once
don't think
he
he
make
fought
those
nobody else
adjustments,
twice, but Madonna. He beat the brakes off
yeah,
of him too.
yeah, yeah, yep,
I
that's true.
mean, but they fought. That's the whole point. We got to get these boys in there
Well,
because what Tank had Mario Barrios, Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboa. Before those guys, they was like he's fighting nobody. So after those
okay.
three guys, now he's a world beater. You see how
Hmm.
finicky boxing is?
What
I
what
mean,
what
for
what was
real.
your favorite Floyd Mayweather fight? What was your favorite Floyd Mayweather fight?
My favorite Floyd Mayweather fight when he beat Gaddis' ass in
Oh
New
yeah,
Jersey. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
it was
You
like,
don't even
and
have
there's
you
nothing
don't
against
even.
Gotti, but it was, what you say?
I said you ain't even got to wait long in that fight. He whipped his ass from the beginning to the
Oh
end.
man, I'm talking about. I love that shit. I just love that shit. But the best, the best, I think, fight that he had was versus Canelo. Like if I think if you
Yeah.
put all this stuff together and you put that fight up there, like if you can't keep any of his fights to put in the Hall of Fame, I think that's the one you put up there. When you got his gloves and you know what I'm saying, you put that video up there because
Hmm.
that's his premier fight. All those other guys are well and good, but that Canelo fight topped all of it because he fought a young lion. They could have knocked his ass out,
Well, yeah,
and I think it might be the last time we see that.
I don't think Canelo is that good though. He wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see. I really don't see. He catch you with power. Uppercuts and hooks. You know what I'm saying? He got good head movement, but he just never fight nobody who can really crack. You know what I'm saying? And he never fight nobody youthful that can damage him. You see what I'm saying? And he always fighting somebody smaller or somebody
Because he
who
take
has
too
he
many
has
shots. He take
you know
too
what I'm
many
saying?
shots, man. Billy Joe
Uh,
was tearing his ass up. I was like,
that,
man,
that's
if
what
Billy
but,
Joe fight
but
like
that's
this
what
for
I
five more
mean.
rounds, it's over.
But that's what I mean. You see, Floyd, he fought against people who could crack. You see what I'm saying? He fought people with power, without power, people who could move. He
But we
fought
can't.
a variety.
But see,
You
you
know?
comparing Kobe beef to Great Value beef with Cumbuterol in it. You can't be.
Right. Exactly.
You can't do that shit. We can't compare him to that. Like Mike
Right.
Tyson said,
Right.
I'm Jack Dempsey. That's a whole cloth that you can't even try to put this dude in. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd
Right.
and Bud, them, that's that cloth, man.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
But see, he already know what time it is. I mean, I see how he moves in sparring, and I just think his knees are shot, bro. That's a big secret. If you
yeah,
look how he
you know.
moves, his knees don't look good, bro. He don't look like he can spring like that.
I
And I
mean, but
don't
that,
know if it's just him bracing for this him falling in love with his power. He's trying to, that's how he's trying to move now. But his knees don't look right, man. It don't look like he can get around in that ring. He never had fast feet, but he definitely looked
no,
slower. But
no, man. I mean, go back. If you go back and look at that fight, um, where he fought Amir Khan,
hmm
man, you were seeing an outboxing session. If Amir
right,
Khan had, if his chin wasn't on 3 and his chin was on like 5, he'd have whooped him easy. He really would have.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they're just keeping it real. That
But
just
see,
shows like the level of boxing skill.
but see,
I
Amir
mean,
Khan problem is more than his chin. It's his concentration, bro. He have lapses in his concentration, bro. At some point in the fight, he's just gonna fall in love with his offense. He gonna stay in the pocket too long. He gonna get popped. You know what I'm saying? Or he's gonna
look at
get time. You know what I'm saying? He
Soldier
can't stay
Boy.
disciplined.
Soldier Boy 9711 said the closest thing KO threats that Canelo fought with Triple G and Jacobs.
Yep,
And I feel like
I
Jacobs
agree.
just packed it up that night. Oh man, that's
Jacobs
whoo.
fights up to his competition, and now he's fading. He fights up to the competition, but he never fights beyond that. Um,
He if if his fight with Triple G was a 10, as far as what he gave and how he fought that man in Brooklyn, then what he brought out to Canelo was a 4 max, in my
Right,
opinion.
right.
I'm
And
like,
he's
you
been
didn't bring
fighting.
it to
He
him
been
like you brought it to Triple G.
you seen the fight with what's his name? Gabriel. That Gabriel fight. That fight didn't even look like a professional fight. It just looked like he looked terrible, man. He just looked horrible. I
Man,
hate watching the Dan and Jacobs fight, man. It's like, he's stand up. He's a good guy. You know, but he just ain't no
and
quality middleweight to me.
and
He
Triple
used
G
to
want
be.
that
Used
Canelo
to be.
check.
He want that what? Oh
You say
yeah.
he used to be what?
No, I was talking about Danny Jacobs. Talking about Danny Jacobs. He just ain't no
Yeah.
threat. He's like Sidney Portier of middleweights. You know, him and Darrell, An- Andre
Uh-huh.
Darrell. They like Sidney Portier. They ain't no big punchers, no big threats. If you hit Andre Darrell in the forehead 2 times, he's gonna bleed all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Or he gonna fall out the ring. He gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? You back him up 2 times, he gonna fall out the ring. He gonna twist his ankle, and the fight
Mm-hmm.
gonna be over. How many times in the real his fights end because he's clumsy as hell. Or he bleeds all up. Boy, I can't stand that, boy. Look here, the
Mm-mm.
fight be over. It be round 3. He getting into a groove. Look at Anthony Terrell, man. He doing his thing. He going in tonight. All of a sudden he get a little nick. He's bleeding all over the place. Fight over. Fight over.
Yeah, it's over
He
with.
like, he like, oh
uh,
my goodness. I said every time I think it was what in the Super Six, he fell out the ring or something. He got hit while he was down. I was like, this dude here got the worst luck. I was like, man, I can't do it with this dude here, man. And he can box. He can box. He just got
it's
bad luck,
goofy as
bro.
fuck.
Yeah, he just got bad luck. Let's see. So what's it? Getting out boxed by both Laura and Khan. Khan just lost focus, and I feel like Laura beat him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Oh
And
yeah, that was a
but
good one,
see,
man. He shit. He
when
can't
you
even
got when
do
you
nothing,
got
boy.
when you got the judges and that want you to win and like this WBA thing, it's Canelo got that judge crew following him around. You know, Mexico only got one hero. Mexico only got one hero, and that's Canelo. It's Canelo popcorn. You know what I'm saying? Canelo movies. You know what I mean?
Mm, mm,
Canelo
mm.
action hero. He's Steven Seagal. He's
I heard he gonna be the new Machete.
I'm trying to tell you, hey, Canelo is the top corporation. They working at Canelo, making Canelo
Yeah,
gloves, making
he's a
Canelo golf
businessman.
clubs. You know what I'm
He
saying?
sent them
He
bitches
that's
to
all.
Tank. I hope Tank got a check for that shit.
Canelo doing soap operas. You know what I'm saying? That's they got one celebrity. That's why you can't say nothing about Canelo. They're gonna make Canelo president down there. You know what I'm saying they're gonna make him president all because he looked like a white man. I said
Oh
it.
yeah, he redhead.
I said it. I said it. An Irish
Damn, he went
Mexican.
there. Damn.
Hmm. Hmm. He could celebrate Patrick's Day and Cinco de Mayo at the same
They
time.
don't call him Chocolatito. They call him Rosito.
Mm-mm. I'm just like, bruh,
Oh
you
man.
know, because Mayo,
Hey, but man,
Marquez. Go
you
ahead.
saw how that money changed Charlo tune. Shit,
Hmm.
Charlo started
Yeah.
talking like he got them. You remember that damn Avengers where you like, hey man, the scrub got that.
And
That
then
ain't
and
him.
then and then Jamel and Jamal, they changing their tune when they talk about Canelo. They giving them compliments trying to get the
Man,
fight. I'm
all
like,
that
bruh, this
bullshit,
boxing
man.
era is upsetting my stomach. You know what I'm saying? They
Man,
trying to
this
be nice
boxing
so they can
era
get a payday.
is like the hip hop era. I mean, for real. Like, yo,
Yeah,
man, I'm just saying.
yeah. You heard the baby talk about about the parking lot
Nah,
and the
no,
line.
no, 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 no. We ain't trying to get that.
Yeah,
Ruin
no,
that smoke.
I ain't say it. I didn't say it, but it's out there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey,
They're gonna be
like you
challenging you
said,
to a fight. I challenge you.
say it
Four
what you
3-minute
said.
round.
Like say what you said. Say what you
Hell
said.
no. That's a big
They,
motherfucker coming out
they
there
be
trying to strap with
they be looking for you pull counter boxers. You said what you said.
you. Shit.
We heard you talk about the baby and the parking lot. We do what we do. Mm-mm.
Oh, so I say I feel like Manny gets that same kind of Canelo treatment with the judges. That's why I think if Yugas doesn't stop him, he's not going to get a close decision. Tell him what you said earlier.
I'm trying to tell you, man. He could beat Pacquiao. He could knock him down 5 times in the fight, and he could beat him all 12 rounds. They is not going to give Ugas that fight. They don't
And
give a
now the
damn.
light,
They gonna Michael Fox him. They gonna Michael Fox him so bad. You know what I'm saying?
hey, the light's gonna go off, and the Undertaker gonna be in that motherfucker.
hmm They done already told Manny. They done the PBB, the Al Heyman done already told Manny. He said, "Hey man, don't even worry about it, bro. We got you.
Don't even
Usyk
worry
is a
about it.
soldier. He gonna take one for the team. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go out there. You're gonna hit him. You're gonna hit him 10 times. You're gonna hit him with a body shot, and we're gonna make you look real good. So we're gonna set up that Spence fight. You're gonna get that belt, and
This
Spence gonna
time next
fight
year, you're
you."
gonna be fighting Spence.
Right. And you can go on out and you're gonna fall out for
But
Spence,
see,
but we ain't gonna let Spence beat your ass too bad, because you're an icon.
this is
You know what I'm saying?
this is what I always say, and I'm always preach this. Canelo can take a loss, and he'll still be fine. Manny can take a loss, and he'll still be fine because his people hold him up in high regard like that. We, meaning black people, throw ours away so fast, yet we hold them to a standard that's unattainable. Everybody can't be 50 and old. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But you
Charlo
gonna
lost his stripe.
mhm,
It's gone.
mhm,
I think he's a better fighter now. We can't keep like,
mhm.
oh, you trash now. After losing one time, Canelo got his ass whipped, and he is still Superman to them folks. Man, ain't got
Yeah.
his ass knocked all the way out. They had memes with Simba trying to wake his ass up, and he still the shit to his people. If Mayweather would have lost one time, what do you think they'd be saying about Mayweather? One
Oh, he's
motherfucking time,
trash.
one
He
loss.
trash. He trash.
And see,
You know what I'm saying?
if we allow that to happen, that's fucked up on our end. We got a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
great
no
champions
doubt.
out here. You know
No
what I'm
doubt.
saying? Keith Thurman said, I ain't afraid to lose my old. He lost his old. But what we saying about Keith Thurman? He's what? Trash. That
Right.
man fucking
Well,
lost
you know what?
eight. Shit.
Right.
You can't win them
And-
all.
But don't feel bad, Steve. 'Cause wait till Crawford get his ass whipped by Porter. Watch what they say about
Man,
Crawford. Why what they say about
then,
Crawford? They're gonna say Crawford trash, even though he was undisputed champion at 140. They're gonna say Crawford ain't never fight nobody. They're gonna say he was trash. You know what I'm saying? I
okay,
don't agree
I
with
got
that.
this.
I ain't gonna
Okay,
say he's trash.
here's a story. Crawford mama said she had $10 for somebody that could whoop his ass. She still got
hmm
that $10 in her pocket.
That's
With
right.
depreciation
That-
value,
because
probably
he
worth
because
about
he
100.
because he wasn't fighting nobody. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
he still ain't
All the
whooped his ass.
competition, all the
He still
competition
got
you
that $10.
all the competition. And see, he was 12 years old, and everybody who asked were 8. You know what I'm saying? That's how it
Nah,
go.
she still got it. That shit for professional too. If that whatever
That's
that
right.
purse is, it gonna be plus 10. And nobody still ain't listen here, man. He still got that $10.
Mm-mm.
Hey
But
man,
what what
just so
fights? What,
y'all know, man, that man hate the illest man in Nebraska, man. But I'll let you know.
well, that he the illest man in Nebraska. You said it yourself. He's the
He the
illest
illest.
man in
That's where he
Nebraska.
from. That's where he from. He can't be the illest somewhere he ain't from.
He said, really
I'm
enjoy
just oh
chopping it
man,
up
when
with
these
y'all.
two fight,
Time to
y'all ain't gonna
mix
see
the
no
mac
pull
and cheese.
counter.
All right, my brother. Hey, what's his name? Soldier Boy 911. He's out of here.
All right,
You
so the
know. All
boy.
right, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Um,
man. When that fight go ahead and happen, though, man, I'm telling you, we ain't gonna hear from you for about a week. You're gonna be out there in the jungle,
I'm
in
gonna
the
be. I'm gonna
woods,
do it.
like
I'm gonna
goddamn
be
Martin
doing a.
Sheen.
I'm gonna do a video on it. I'll be for
It's
one.
gonna
You
be
know what I'm saying?
apocalypse now. You're gonna be out there like,
I'm be doing my videos. Hey man, it's a damn shame Crawford went down in the first round and never got back up. Porter gonna go out there
oh
and
man,
he's gonna bump his head. He gonna bump his head. He gonna have them braids on. He gonna
Oh
be
man,
cutting.
y'all
He
gonna
gonna
be
be
talking about.
He gonna be cutting Crawford up with them braids. Great, you know what I'm saying? Crawford ain't never been handled. He never been
Like
head
who
butted.
gonna handle them? Who gonna do this here?
Porter, Porter gonna headbutt
Porter,
that boy. He, hey, he gonna be trying to
Porter.
do all that fancy shit. And god dang, and Bud, he gonna be trying to do all that fancy shit. And he come with that wild shit. He gonna come in there like Tasmanian devil on him. That's how he do. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
It ain't
you
gonna be
saw that
nothing
shirt he wearing
fancy.
at the cookout. That's as fancy as it get.
Just like
Everything else
Maroga
grimy.
did Vernon Forrest. Vernon Forrest was pure box of power. You know what I'm saying? Style, grace. You know, and Maroga came in there with that ugly, not that ugly
Burning
fight
Forest,
style.
ATL legend.
hmm
Okay.
And he could not beat Mayorga with that wild Tasmanian style. And the smoker, he came to the ring smoking cigarettes. He was smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? And Porter, he don't even smoke cigarettes. So, it's gonna be a good one, bro. We're gonna, I'm rooting for Crawford 'cause I
Oh
want to see
man.
their Spence Jr. fight. Now I wanna,
Oh
but if you
man.
get his
Shit. He can
ass
still
whipped, you
fight him
already
with a
know it's only
loss. He can't
possible.
now, see that what I'm talking about. He can't fight Spence with a loss.
Yeah,
Because if
I
Spence
think
would
he
fight
can.
Pacquiao, he probably been fighting Porter with a loss.
Well,
I'm just playing,
that's all
man. I'm
right.
just pushing. I'm
Yeah,
pushing.
don't get muted. So I don't have to mute you and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to,
No, I fought with Spence. I would never put $1 on Pacquiao with Spence. I'm just keeping the trail. But
I know you
Bud,
would.
though,
I know you,
but Bud, though, hey
man. But
man, I got
I don't know,
5
but
kids.
so you better move to Dallas. Then you know what I'm saying.
Shit,
You
man,
better move to.
no,
You
no,
need to move. You need to move to Dallas and not Nebraska, because ain't no but Dollar Trees
man.
up there, bro. I'm trying to
Shit,
tell you,
man,
there's
it's
good
all right
food is
when
in
you
Dallas.
own them. That dollar fold the same way.
I'm
I
trying to
can't
tell
wait to
you,
see this,
but
man. We can't. We
it's
gotta stop having these stoppages now, because your boy been doing all the stoppages. My boy been ready to go.
look here. There's a difference than ramen noodles and Longhorn steak, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's levels.
But when you got
It's
ramen
levels.
noodles and you put shrimp in them bitches, then it's just turned up another notch.
That sound like
All right,
prison food to me. That's that prison
that shit
food,
is
boy.
prison food, man.
But while you in there gambling 5 ramen noodles, you know what I'm saying, off the dice roll, bro. Hey.
I'm
Mm-mm.
okay, when you say I never lost to a Mexican in dominoes ever.
Oh my goodness,
Oh
man.
man. All right, dude. Crazy. I'm telling
But
you, man.
yeah,
Hey,
it's just kind of sad state right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna watch that Vergil Ortiz fight. I'm gonna watch the Reagan Dow one. I'm gonna watch those two, and if I could catch any of the other ones, I'll catch them. But them the two I'm gonna go for. What about you?
yeah. Yeah,
Pretty
I'm gonna
much.
get into that same way. I want to see
hmm
your boy Gary Russell get it in too, man. Hopefully he get a exciting win. We can get him back in the ring against
Oh yeah,
somebody else pretty soon.
he better go through whoever that is. He better go
Yeah,
through that. You know, this Virgil Ortiz
but
fight actually almost got by me. I was like, shoot, it just kind of, I don't know where the promotion is at for Golden Boy, because it sure wasn't on the radar. Cause I've been doing, my watching, the net, and getting the fights, and I guess I was concentrating on Errol Spence, on that fight so hard. This one here just kind of crept up
kind of crap up.
on me.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like, it's a good fight. It's a good fight.
yeah,
And I'm just like, wow, this gonna be a really good test for Virgil Ortiz, and this gonna make him or
yeah.
break him. I don't know why he talking about trying to fight Crawford. I don't know why the boy he trying to talk. He ain't on that level, bro. He ain't that dang good, bro. But
Nah,
uh, but this a good build up fight for him to get up, start going that way. Nobody wants Jerron Boots Ennis. Nobody wants him. Nobody's
No.
talking about him. And I heard a rumor
Nah.
saying that he may move up to 160. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I don't know if he's having a hard time making weight at 147. I don't know how real
Or
that
making the
is.
fights.
Yeah, nobody wants to face him, but he's definitely going to take over 147 after after Spence and Terence Crawford, start talking
Yeah.
about either retiring or moving up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, nobody wants
Yeah.
Jerron. I don't even know who would be.
No.
Maybe Riverside Rocky or something. Would be a good matchup for him. You know what I'm saying? Who they gonna
Yeah.
put him in there with? I can't think of nobody. Jamal James or what's that dude? Cody. What's his name? Clayton. What's his name? That Clayton guy. Uh, I gotta stop watching
Oh, I
his
know you.
stuff. Well, he's pretty good. So that'd be a good. I would hate to see. Uh, well, I mean, they kind of like the same class. They're in the same graduation class. But I mean, he's
Yeah.
not as good as Jerron. But I would like to see him start going through some things like that. See where he stack up. You know, because he's not going to
Yeah.
tear into. He's not going to tear into the top elites. They ain't gonna let him in. Keith Thurman
Nah.
ain't gonna fight him. He see them hands. He see that speed. He see that power.
Yeah.
He
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 stopped
like hell
talking about
nah. Yeah, he like
him.
hell nah.
He started talking about Tank. He said, "Fuck
Yeah,
that."
yeah. Keith, he'll son you. He's a good young boy. He's a good young boy. He's got nice little skills. He start trying to son you and stuff. That's what make you mad with Keith
Oh, that's
Thurman. You know, he gonna
yeah.
try to get out of it like that, big boy you. You know, but you know, but man, let me see. We've been on for a minute. How long we been on? Let's see. We've been on for
Yeah, about two
almost a couple
hours.
of. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you. We're gonna get up on out of here, and we're gonna catch these fights. And Blue Blood should be here on Saturday, and Stormy B and Divine Sense. So man, y'all join us. You know what I'm saying? And get Steve on and
Yeah.
everybody, and we'll just chop it up, and um, we'll just have a good time talking about boxing, man. So this has been
Yes,
Pool Kind
sir.
of Boxing, Steve O, and appreciate you guys coming through. And we'll see you guys in the next live stream. Huh? Mm-hmm. Ending the broadcast.